At the dot for the Monarchs this afternoon, it's going to be number 9, Ben Heidecker, going up against number 24, Justin Joseph of the Bears. Players are set, so are we. And we are underway here this afternoon from the track. First possession belonging to the Bears. Going left to right on your screen in black jerseys with purple lettering, and the Monarchs are in their whites with purple lettering. Monarchs' first possession is going to belong to Jonathan Gagliardi. Ty Gesso with it. He's going to find a lane. Tempted the BTB, going to shoot. That gets saved. First stop of the afternoon for Bears goaltender number 31, Chase Martin. Battle of the 31s today as Martin in net for the Bears, and then it's Sam Haynes for the home side, and the Monarchs rocking the beautiful Toronto Rock bucket as he is their team's practice goalie. Bears have a shot on, saved by Haynes. That's going to go up and out of play, and Ohsweken will retain possession. Up top now for Lane Smith. Up top, shot on. That goes wide, and that's going to hit that boards, and that's going to go over and back against the Bears. Good look on that possession from Shane Hollowell, but unable to find the mark. Toronto back on possession. Kearney going to send it over now. Shot on. That misses the net. Cody Ennis with it. Behind the net, Martin tried to get that, unable to. Crease dive from Riley Ford, but he was in the crease, and play's going to go the other way now. Bears are away and running. Luke Maloney with it. He tried to give it back to the guy at the transition line up at center, but that got knocked down. Fortunate he was able to find that loose ball. Bears have it, waiting to get their offense out there on the floor. Nicky Snow with it. Shot on, saved by Haynes. Loose ball, shoot, scores! Stephen Portelli able to find the loose ball off that shot, and he gets the game's first goal. It's now 1-0 Ohsweken as we are just over 2 minutes played in this game. Heidecker and Joseph back at the face-off dot now. Draw one by the Monarchs, and they're going to see if they can tie this game up here as Cody Ennis is going to bring it up across the timeline now. Leaving it for Ty Gesso. Still has one more year of junior eligibility. Just traded from the Whitby Warriors to the Mimico Mountaineers. Dunkerley. Over to the lefties. Shot, that missed. Rebound, Dunkerley gets it, swim move, shoots. That misses too, and that's going to be a shot clock violation against Toronto. Dance was looking to dance his way in for the Monarchs, but was unable to find a partner there. Shot, shoot, scores. Lane Smith finds a shooting lane on his wrong side, and he goes top corner on Haynes. It's quickly 2-0 Bears. Smith on his wrong side, able to get a bit of a pick, which freed up the scoring space, and he was able to go top corner on Haynes. Back in the face-off dot, Joseph wins another draw. Loose ball. Unable to come away with it was Joseph, but fortunate that a Bears player does find it. Snow with it. He's going to leave it for Waylon Abrams. Outside shot, that got blocked. Monarchs have it, and they may have numbers here. 3-on-2 maybe. Heidecker with it. He elects to pull it out here and leaves it for Walker. Aaron Walker, one of 2 assistant captains in the lineup today, himself along with Tanner Buck. As their 3rd assistant captain, Patrick Thompson is scratched for this game. Ford goes in, shoots. He gets a shot off, but that's saved by Martin. In the ALL on secondary possessions, it's only 20 seconds, so offenses have to be a little more quicker if they are able to secure a rebound. Buck tried to get that, but unable. Buck missed that pass, but it was touched on the hands by a Bears player. Monarchs are going to retain possession. 20 seconds. As far as I know, Innes, inside feed. Looks, Laycock shoots, saved, loose ball in the crease. Ohsweken fortunate that a Monarchs player didn't corral that, because that was pretty close to the edge of it where a player could get it. Lane Smith with it here on the near side. Looks inside for Portelli. Loose ball on the turf now. Dunkerley trying to find it. He can't get it. Portelli has it. And Ohsweken went through the crease, and it's going to be a Toronto ball. Ty Jesso with it here. He's going to leave it for Laycock. Jesso and Laycock playing the 2-man game. Jesso shoots, that hit the iron. Innes saves it at center. Jesso has it. Looks far side. That pass got deflected. Ohsweken may be able to run here in transition a bit. Hill with it. He'll send it up top for Shane Hollowell. Far side shot. That hit the boards. That's going to be Graydon Foulon running onto it, as there's going to be no over and back, as he was the closest player to it. Here's Cody Innes. Gets a steal from Gagliardi. Finds a shooting lane. That goes over. Hits the boards, and it was on the back of the net, but a Monarchs player able to get it. 12 on the shot clock for Toronto. Laycock. He's got to go quick here. Backs down his defender, goes underneath, shoots, and it's not going to matter, as he was in the crease before the ball went out of play. Just over 6 minutes gone here in this first quarter. Monarchs are finding themselves down 2-0 here, as the Bears have gotten 2 quick goals here. And that's another one from Smith, one-handed. Lane Smith, a little bit of a nothing play there. Ball in his stick, runs down, and he's a lefty, so took it in his right hand, kind of flipped it on net, and that snuck through Sam Haynes. It's now 3-0 Ohsweken. Another draw won by the Bears. That's going to be Joseph winning his own on that one. And he's going to send it far side here for Lucas Beaver. Great name, by the way. It's spelled the same way as mine. Snow. Up top now for Eddie Renault, the captain of this Bears team. Dips, dangles, goes behind the net, was attempting the dunk. Now to his wrong side. Shovel shot, saved by Haynes. And that loose ball is going to come out to Chris Harland. He was looking up floor for Devin Dunkerley. Jordan Dance with it, captain of this Monarchs team. Cody Innes now. Dunkerley trying to create some shooting lane for him. Innes looking for Dunkerley, but he can't handle that pass, and Martin's going to come away with it. Bears have it here. That's Paget. He's going to leave it for Abrams. Sends it up top now for Lance Smith. Over to Snow. Smith has it now up top here. Shooting lane shoots. That's saved by Haynes. Loose ball now. Smith trying to track it down. Still loose on the turf. Smith had it for a second, but that went off his stick and batted into the crease, and Haynes was able to pick it up and send it to one of his defenders. Laycock with it. Out there with Kuminga. Up top now for Tanner Buck. Jordan Dance with it. Riley Ford setting a screen. Dance walks down the middle, shoots. And that's going to trigger a reset here for the Monarchs. That's going to be another 20 seconds that they can work with here. Kuminga over to Riley Ford. Dance is going to help him out here. Loose ball in middle. That gets knocked down, and Ohsweken's going to come away with it. Bears have it now here as it's Hollowell. Abrams. Back to Hollowell. They're going 3 lefties and 2 righties here for the Bears on this set. Hollowell gets over. Unable to find a lane. Going to send it back top. Eddie Renault with it. Late in the shot clock. Shoots. That's going to trigger a reset. Jennings in on Martin. Jennings. Martin shoots. Martin wins that battle as he makes a shoulder save. Loose ball now. Walker in on it. Had it for a second, but unable to get it. And that's going to be a through the crease call on the Monarchs, which is going to trigger our first media timeout here. Just over 7 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. 3-0 Toronto as we head to our first media timeout. Welcome back to ALL action here between the Bears and the Monarchs. And I said before the media timeout that it's 3-0 Toronto. I meant to say they are down 3-0 as Ohsweken has gotten out to an early 3-0 lead here. Bears have it now, and that's going to be Nicky Snow going to run in across the timeline as Devin Dunkerley was trying to defend him. Over to Hollowell. Eddie Renault has it here on the near side. Lance Smith trying to set a pick for him, and he's going to get it. Renault looks backdoor feed. Snow had it, missed the net. That goes over. Renault with it. 7 on shot clock. Hollowell from the outside deep. That misses the mark. Hollowell able to get it back. Shoots. And that's going to miss, and that's going to go up and out of play over the boards here. Monarchs are going to be able to get the ball back here. Tanner Buck with it. Ty Jesso has it. Cody Innes with it. Innes back down for Jesso. He's looking, got 10 on the shot clock. Over to Dance. That was Buck, apologies, that shot it. That's a save. And Ohsweken's going to have it now as they may have numbers here. 4 on 3 potentially, but Beaver is going to wait for reinforcements to come off the Bears bench. Snow has it. 12 on shot clock. Over now for Miller. Shoots. That misses the mark. That's going to be an over and back violation against Ohsweken. So Toronto has had 7 shots on goal, able to get a couple good looks, but unable to beat Chase Martin thus far. Jordan Dance with it. Over now for Gagliardi. He sent it down for Laycock, who couldn't handle that pass. Loose ball in the corner. Gagliardi gets it back. Outside shot. That's saved by Martin, and that's going to be a loose ball behind the net. Bears are going to come away with it. As I mentioned off the top, pivotal game here for both teams as they are separated by just 1 game in the standings. Bears 5-6. What a save by Haynes. That got through him, and he's able to swipe it away off the goal line to keep the deficit to 3. Monarchs back the other way. Save. That gets stuck in the leg pad of Martin. He's going to outlet feed for Lucas Beaver. Leaves it for Eddie Renault. Hollowell finds a lane. Going to send it over for Nicky Snow. 10 on shot clock now for Ohsweken. And we're going to have a penalty coming here against Ohsweken, as that's going to be Shane Hollowell. That's going to be penalized. And it's going to be for an illegal cross-check infraction against Hollowell. So he will sit for 2 minutes or less, and we will see the Monarchs power play unit for the first time this afternoon. It's going to be Buck, Dance, Ford, Gesso, and Innes. The power play unit here for the Monarchs, and that's going to get knocked down by the Bears. Loose ball on the turf now behind the Ohsweken net. Picked up by Ford maybe. Still trying to get it one-handed. Falls to the turf. Still on it now. Maloney trying to get it. Monarchs are going to get the ball back because I'm not quite sure what that call was for. But Monarchs have it now. They twister shot from Dance. That gets saved by Martin. And he looks for an outlet pass down 4. Little too high, though, over the head of Xander Delaronde. But Haynes couldn't handle that either, and it could be a 2-on-1 here for the Bears. Smith off the bench shoots. That misses the post. Loose ball now. Who's going to come away with it? Beaver has it, but he doesn't have much time on the shot clock as he's got 6. He's just going to shoot it long off the leg pad. He gets his own rebound. Beaver gets it. Shoots. Sharp angle shot. That hit Haynes, but it didn't matter as Beaver was already in the crease, and Toronto is going to go back the other way as they have just under a minute left on this man advantage. Innes over to Dance. Buck. Dance. Over to Ford. Back for Dance. Shot. Scoots. Saved by Martin. I got caught in his uppers. He's going to send it outlet pass for Kane Kettle. And he's going to look to kill off what's left, or the majority of what's left of this Bears power play. Bears penalty, I should say. Harlan against Portelli. Loose ball. Now it's going to be a shot clock violation against Toronto, but it's not going to matter here as that will pretty much do it for the Monarchs power play. So they're 0 for 1 so far on the man advantage as we have 90 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. Gesso going to send it for Buck. Inside feed, looking for Laycock. Shoots. Saved by Martin. Crease violation anyways. Outlet feed for Maloney as he ran onto it, and he's going to wait for the Ohsweken offense to get on the floor. Renault bodies his way, but doesn't get a shot off. Going to send it for Abrams. He's going to shoot. That misses the near post. Ball's up. And Ohsweken will just send it into the netting and up and out of play. Less than 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter between the Ohsweken Bears and the Toronto Monarchs. That was almost an over and back call, but Monarchs able to save it. That's Tanner Buck. Over to Dance. Shoots far side. Scores! Tanner Buck and Jordan Dance playing a little two-man game behind the back feed. Buck has it, and he goes far side on a crease dive to get the Monarchs on the board. It's now 3-1. So Buck able to get the Monarchs on the board just before this first quarter ends, as we have 45 seconds remaining, and it's Joseph and Heidecker back at the dot again. Joseph wins this one. Joseph with it, over to Hallowell. Loose ball now, Foulin has it. Just over. And with 16 seconds left here in the first quarter, after Foulin corrals it, Monarchs are going to call a timeout here. Yabby. 6-on-5 here for the Monarchs as they've pulled their goalies. With 13 seconds remaining here, Gesso and Dance are going to play a little catch up top. Wait until about 8 or 7 seconds. And they're going to go here with 7. Dance. Jesso shoots. Saved by Martin. Full-length floor is going to be a little off the mark and just misses as the buzzer expires. 15 minutes have transpired here in quarter number 1. Ohsweken clinging to a 3-1 lead. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this. Yeah. Understood. Yeah. Back with second quarter action here for the Arenalacrosseleague. Toronto Monarchs find themselves down 3-1 to the Ohsweken Bears. Joseph and Heidecker at the dot. Joseph gets the clamp on that one, and he's going to win his own draw here, and Bears will go on offense. Joseph getting pressured, but able to get it away over to Snow. Beaver going to leave it for Lance Smith. Nicky Snow has it up top now with the bright yellow head. Shot outside from DeLaronde. That's going to get saved by Haynes. Loose ball in the corner now. Monarchs defenders comes over, and Toronto's going to come away with possession. Chris Harlan with it. Ty Jesso's going to have it here along the far side. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Jesso down low for Dunkerley. Shot on, saved by Martin. Outlet pass gets knocked down by Ford. Loose ball on the turf, still in the Bears' possession. They got to get it across center, and it's not going to happen. Give me an 8-second count against Ohsweken. Toronto with it. Cohen Jennings with it now. Over to Riley Ford. Jesso has it. He's going to get a little bump from Laycock. Laycock inside feed, can't handle it. Gets it over to Jesso. 10 on shot clock. Able to get it over to Kearney. He's going to go down low, shoots. Saved by Martin, and that's going to end up with him, and he's going to outlet pass it for Nicky Snow. Ball loose along the near side here. Loose ball, Foulin in on it now. Snow still involved, and Snow's going to come away with it. He gets knocked down to the turf. Foulin trying to get it back. Loose ball, and Foulin causes that turnover, and Toronto gets it back. Great defensive play there by Chris Foulin. Graydon Foulin to help get the Monarchs back possession, and that's going to, as Dance tried to plow his way towards net, that's going to be a crease violation. Ohsweken's going to get the ball back. Paget here along the near boards. Going to send it far side. Lance Smith with it. Lane Smith. Loose ball. Gagliardi away and running. He's got Walker. 2-on-1. Gagliardi shoots on the run. Martin save. Back in transition comes Ohsweken. Ohsweken a little slow there in numbers. So they wait to get everybody out here. Eddie Renault winds up. That hits the boards. Loose ball. Bears fighting for it, but it's going to be inside the Toronto crease. And Haynes will just corral it and send an outlet pass. Jennings with it. Over to Tanner Buck. Ford has him. Tried to set a bit of a seal for him, but lost his stick. Laycock creates some room for Jesso. He shoots. Saved by Martin. Loose ball in the crease. Dance has it. He tried to send a one-hand shot. That missed the net. Behind the net is Buck. Ford, shot. Saved by Martin. Smith. He'll wait for the offense to get on the floor. He was looking far side, intended for Portelli, but he couldn't grow 6 inches in time to get up and corral that pass. Late in the shot clock, saved by Haynes. Kamingo with it. Over for Ennis. He can't handle that pass. Loose ball on the turf. He's still able to get it. Monarchs will get their offense out there quickly. They only have 11 on shot clock left, so they're going to have to go quick here. They want to reset. Jesso with it. Down for Innes. Buck wanting it. That pass gets deflected. Loose ball. Buck tried to look back door for Ford, but that goes off his stick and into the netting. Bears possession. Ball out of play, and it's going to be Bears possession. Snow's going to have it here. Smith. Miller. Renault shot saved by Haynes. He's going to get that outlet pass here and for Foulin. Foulin looking for a player off the bench. He's able to find Cody Innes. Dance, the captain, with it. 15 on shot clock here for the Monarchs in this possession. Shot, that hit a stick, and that gets blocked. Loose ball now. Ford trying to find it. He gets it. Dance, BTB feed, over Innes, shoot, scores! Ford with the one-handed corral, shovel feed down to Dance. He goes BTB over to Cohen Jennings, who gets his first of the game. It's now 3-2 Ohsweken. So a good tic-tac-toe passing play involving some pretty passes. Sees the Monarchs get their second goal of the game, and they are now down by 1. Loose ball after this draw, and Ohsweken's going to come away with it. Beaver leaves it for Smith. Eddie Renault. He's not afraid to shoot the ball if he gets a pass, if he gets a lane. That shot goes off the helmet of Gagliardi and going to go all the way back down. Martin has it. Wait till it's late in the shot clock, and he will chuck it the length of the floor and shot clock against Ohsweken. Foulin with it. Cody Innes has it. He'll send it down low for Gesso. Gesso with a twister pass over to Jordan Dance. Tanner Buck goes down. No call on the play, as that was a very clean play. Buck just lost his footing. Saved by Martin, and it's going to be Ohsweken ball. Snow with it. He's getting pressured now by Dunkerley, who lost his twig. Portelli. Smith. Pressured by Walker. Smith finds a lane. That goes off the iron, and that's going to be a loose ball. It's going to roll all the way back down, but won't be over and back as it hit the net. .12 seconds left for Ohsweken on the offensive possession. Smith, inside feed, shoots, save, stopped by Haynes. That got trapped under his left leg pad. And Toronto's going to get the ball back here on offense. Ford. Innes behind the net. Was looking for the dunk. Now going to look for up top. Has Laycock barreling in off the bench. And he's going to go underneath. Shoots. That's going to stay out of the net as Martin was able to make that save. Approaching the midway point of this second quarter. Ohsweken holding on to a 3-2 lead. They scored 3 quick goals, and they scored another one right here. That's Lucas Beaver that found a lane towards the cage, and he was able to go on his wrong side, bring it back around, a little shovel shot that gets past the leg of Haynes. And the Bears have doubled their lead. It's now 4-2. Another draw won by Joseph. He's been perfect at the face-off dot so far, as either he or another Bears player has come in to win the face-off. Toronto has been unable to secure a face-off victory as that shot goes up and out of play off the leg of Haynes. And that will bring us to our media timeout. Ohsweken just scored moments ago to double their lead. They are holding on to a 4-2 lead as we have reached the midway point of the second quarter, back with the remainder of the first half right after this. Yep. Just over 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Ohsweken with the ball now. Shoot, that's saved on by Haynes. Ohsweken was saying that was in. Officials say no, as that was saved on the goal line. Beauty stop by Haynes to keep that one out of the net as Toronto looks to get back on the score sheet. Dance to Ty Jesso, who will send it down low for Innes. Dance gets it back up top. Buck tried to set a seal forward, backdoor feed, Jesso. Dance wasn't trying to shoot, but he couldn't get it, as that's going to be a shot clock violation against Toronto on that one. Snow with it. Smith. He gets a lane, fires, shoots, scores! You cannot allow Lane Smith to get 3 or 4 clean steps on you and allow him to wind up like that, as that was a rocket of a shot that went 5-hole on Haynes. It's now 5-2 for the Bears. And for Smith, that is his hat-trick goal of the game, and it's now 5-2 for Ohsweken. Draw loose, or ball loose on the turf, and that's going to be won by the Bears once again. Toronto still unable to win a face-off here in this contest thus far. Portelli, shot, that gets blocked. And Harlan is going to come away with it. He may have a lane. Gagliardi shoots. That missed the net, and Bears could be away running again. Could be a 2-on-1 here. Maloney unable to get that pass, and Monarchs are going away again in transition. Bit of a track meet here these past couple of minutes. Foulon, Jesso shoots. That hit the pipe. Still loose ball in the cage, in the crease. Martin gets away. And Molo has it now. Molloy, I should say. Hollowell. Trail checked by Cohen Jennings. Nice trail check. 10 seconds left. Hollowell's got to do something. Comes around the crease. Lefty. He's going to shoot. That missed the net. Monarchs have it now. Cody Menzies with it. Pass for Tanner Buck, who had a great catch right there. Not sure how he caught that one with one hand on his wrong side, back hip sort of thing. Snow with it. 3-on-3 now. Smith back for Snow. Underhand shot, shoots, saved by Haynes. Loose ball. As that's Snow and Heidecker coming away with it. Bit of a track meet over the past couple possessions here as teams are dropping passes, not hitting the net. So they're going to have to clean this up if either team wants to come away here today with a victory. Innes. Dan shoots, scores. Innes able to find Jordan Dance in the middle, and he goes far side at the right foot of Martin. It's now 5-3. Dance's second marker of the contest cuts the deficit to 2 for Toronto. It's going to be a loose ball push against the Monarchs, and Ohsweken's going to come away with possession. Lucas Beaver running away from Foulin. Eddie Renault. Shot, that hit the iron. Abrams gets it. Try to go for the shovel pass, but that goes over the timeline and over and back call against Ohsweken. Toronto may have numbers here if they can go quickly off the bench, but they are going to wait to get everybody out there. And Riley Ford is going to start this possession. Laycock. Feed. Ford tried to go shovel shot between the legs. He got it off, but unable to get it past Martin. Paget tried to send it to Hollowell. He couldn't catch that. That's been a lot of that happening in this game. A lot of drop passes, missed passes, hitting player sticks and them dropping it. You can get away with it in the first half, not in the second when it matters the most. Hollowell backing down his player. Snow with it. He's got 5 on the shot clock. Over to Smith. He's going to rip it. That misses the net, and that's going to go over center for over and back, or shot clock violation, whichever one you want to call first. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Ohsweken still holding a lead. They scored 3 quick goals in the first quarter. Toronto able to get one back with under a minute to go to make it 3-1 before the quarter ended. But Ohsweken has just been outrunning Toronto. That's all it is. They've been outrunning them and getting more looks and transitions, which is the difference maker thus far. Portelli with it. Toronto defense lacking, shoot, scores! The Toronto defense was looking behind them, making sure they had their matchups, and Portelli said, if they're going to do that, I'm going to go right down Broadway and shoot, and that's exactly what he did. Goes 5-hole on Haynes. It's now 6-3 Ohsweken. Second goal of the contest for Stephen Portelli. And he has once again doubled the lead for the Bears. Joseph and Heidecker here at the dot. Joseph wins it again, gets the clamp, and he almost had it for a second. Ball loose. Monarchs come away with it. That'll be their first draw win on the stat sheet of the game. Riley Ford with it. Look inside for Buck. Shoots. Saved by Martin. And Paget's going to run here on the near side. That's going to be a moving pick here against Ohsweken, and that's going to be Toronto ball. Players, coaches, officials are a little unsure of where the ball went. I think as soon as the moving pick happened, the ball or a missed pass happened, got knocked down, and it was over by the Bears bench. But Toronto has it now as they have 20 seconds to work with on this possession. Laycock behind the net for the captain, Jordan Dance. Looking for the dunk. Going to come out front. He's going to find a shooting lane maybe, but he gets trail checked. Loose ball now. Delayed penalty here against the Monarchs. Just under 1 minute to go here in the first half. And Martin's going to get to the bench for the extra attacker now here on this delayed penalty call. Smith. Portelli. Down low for Snow. Can't get that quick stick off. And as soon as Haynes gets it, we're going to get the penalty call here. Illegal substitution. So I believe it was on the potential breakaway opportunity. I think the Monarchs defender left the bench early, hence the call, and they're going to be penalized for 2 minutes or less for illegal substitution. Timeout now called by Ohsweken as they're going to go man up here with 38.7 seconds to go in this first half. .38 seconds remaining here in the first half as Toronto has been penalized for an illegal substitution. So Ohsweken to their first power play of the game as it's going to be Smith, Portelli, Renault, Delarond, and I can't see who the other lefty is. But they're just going to play catch here for a little bit. And now they're going to go to work. Portelli inside, shot saved by Haynes. He's got 10 seconds to work with here in the half. Ball up floor. Gagliardi going to run onto it. Not going to matter as Martin will just send it down. Gagliardi with the final shot, misses wide. And the first half will come to an end. Bears get that look on the power play that they wanted from Portelli, stopped by Haynes, as the Bears lead 6-3 at the end of the first half. Shots on goal, 28 for Ohsweken and 25 for the Monarchs. We'll be back with second half action after this intermission. Welcome back to second half action of the Arenalacrosseleague action here on this Saturday afternoon. Lucas Arger along with JVI Sports Network. Glad to be with you. Ohsweken Bears are holding on to a 6-3 lead over the Toronto Monarchs, and they're going to start this second half on a power play as the Monarchs were penalized for an illegal substitution just before the half ended. Monarchs penalty kill unit out there as the Bears will set up their man advantage unit. Portelli. Lane Smith. Miller. Portelli shoots. That hit the post. Inside shoots. That doesn't go in, but that one does. So that hit the post. Bears thought it was in, and it bounced out right into the stick of, it was either Abrams on his wrong side, or it was Delarond who shoveled it in. Either way, it's now 7-3 for Ohsweken, as that's going to be their first power play marker of the game. Ohsweken getting a little upset here on that draw, as they're saying that that was Noah Kearney that jumped early on the restraining line, and maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Maybe he got pushed or bumped over the line, but either way, officials do not call it, letting the boys play, and Toronto on possession here, 12 on shot clock. Jesso with it to Buck. Sends it to Jesso. Over to Ford. He shoots. That gets saved by Martin. They get it back. Ford with it. Dips and dangles. Gets up front. Shore scores! Riley Ford dips and dangles around his defender. Gets a shooting lane. Comes over top of the crease. And he goes 5-hole on Martin. It's now 7-4. Joseph and Heidecker back at the face-off dot here. Hollowell with it. In on goal, shoots, that misses. Loose ball. Foulin almost had it. That comes out of his stick, and it's going to be Heidecker coming away with it. Jordan Dance gets a pass from Buck. BTB feed down for Buck. Gets around, gets a shooting lane, shoots. Legs pad, save by Martin. Ball on the turf. Buck gets it, gets another shot off. Save by Martin. Loose ball now on the turf. Laycock with it. He got whacked in the helmet, but seems to recover. Gagliardi with it. Over now to Dance. Buck. Gagliardi cuts, unable to find him. Laycock gets it right in the bear paw on Martin. Bears have it now. Shots are 30 apiece here as we are just over 3 minutes past here in the third quarter. Second half action just beginning here at the Toronto Rock Athletics Center. Bears have widened their lead now. It's now 7-3 for Ohsweken. That's Abrams' shot off the chest of Haynes, and that goes up and out of play. Gonna be a reset here for the Bears. Renault. Abrams, shot, blocked by Kaminga. Shot clock violation here against Ohsweken. Toronto's going to come away with it. Toronto has been able to get inside a little bit more towards the end of the second quarter and into the start of this third one. But they need to start making Martin move if they want to keep scoring. Because right now they are just not throwing a lot of fakes and just shooting. Might need to fake him out a little bit here, as it's very hard to beat a goalie with just straight shots from the outside. Bears have it here on the near side. Beaver. Beaver on one team, Buck on another. Don't let that confuse you, folks. That is correct. Tanner Buck on Toronto and Lucas Beaver on Ohsweken. Smith. Shot on, save. We're going to get a delayed penalty here against Toronto, and I don't think the coaching staff of the Monarchs was too happy about that one. As that's going to be Gagliardi heading to the bench, or the box, I should say. Illegal cross-check is the call against Gagliardi. Bears back to the power play here. 1 for 1 on it thus far. Can they stay 100%? Portelli, Smith, Abrams, Renault, and Delaronde is the unit for Ohsweken. Smith, backdoor feed down to Portelli. He's unable to get that, and we got might have a bit of some shoving going on here, rough stuff, but we're going to see some 4-on-4 action here as Portelli is going to go to the box for a rough, and that's going to negate the power play here. So for a minute 39, we're going to have some 4-on-4 action here. So Gagliardi in the box for an illegal cross-check. Portelli for a rough. There's a little more room out there on the turf for 4-on-4. Gesso shoots. Great pickoff by Kettle, as that went right in the pocket of his stick. And that outlet pass is going to get sent up for Maloney, and Padgett is going to hang on to it here as the Bears defenders will change. Snow has it up top now for Hollowell. Hollowell going to swim move, gets the shot off. Leg save by Haynes, and he's going to kick that over to the corner. Loose ball on the turf now. Monarchs are going to come away with it. Ball up floor for Devin Dunkerley. There's over 5 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Both teams have scored twice thus far in the quarter, but it's still a 3-goal game. Ohsweken 7, Toronto 4. As Ty Gesso is going to go on net. He shoots. That gets blocked, and that's loose in the crease. Ball still loose. Ohsweken not sure what to do with it, as we're going to have Possession call here as Toronto went through the crease and touched it. Not sure if that was Buck or Gesso, but it's not going to matter here as Ohsweken now has possession. Waylon Abrams. He's going to throw his man to the turf as that was Foulin. And away from the play, Abrams gives him a bit of an extra shove as Harlan has it now. Over to Dance. Jennings shoots. Shoulder save by Martin. Great stop in close on Jennings. Ball is still loose on the turf. Buck is going to come away with it. He's going to go in on net. Wrong side shoots. That misses. Bounce shot goes up and out of play, and that's going to go over the boards. Ohsweken gets the ball back. So that power play will essentially be over. Now we're back to 5-on-5 action here. So both teams unable to capitalize on their power plays. 5-on-5 once again. Portelli has it now. 12 seconds left on shot clock. Abrams, outside rip. That can't hit the mark, and that's going to go way up and out of play. Almost came up here to us in the mezzanine. Thankfully, it didn't. I would not look good if I had a lacrosse ball mark anywhere on my head. I can tell you that much. Innes, down for Gesso. 15 on shot clock. Tried to look back door for Kearney. Unable to connect, though. And that's another loose ball for Ohsweken. Kettle running with it. You could hear the Bears bench calling for yellow, meaning slow down, wait, do not rush anything. But the bad news is that because they waited, the Bears now only have 10 seconds left to make something happen here. Abrams going to back down his man, turn a corner, going to get triple teamed. He loses his stick, which had the ball in it. And he's then going to shove Kaminga, but it's not going to matter here. That's going to be a shot clock violation against Ohsweken. Toronto is going to go the other way with it. You can hear Abrams jarring with Kaminga as both of them are running off for a change. Just approaching the midway point here of the second half here in the middle of this third quarter. Another save by Martin. Dance. 10 seconds here. Innes has it now. Outside feed. Going to shoot that, and that's going to go right in the bread basket of Martin, and that's going to take us to our media timeout this quarter. 7-4 is the score as we've approached the midway point here of this third quarter. Shots are pretty much even, and we'll be back with the remainder of the third quarter right after this. Media timeout is over, which means play is back underway here momentarily. 7-4, Ohsweken leads. That's going to be Eddie Renault going up against Foulin as Renault is just going to drop his shoulder and go right into Foulin. That's going to be a bit of a hip pick. Is that a term we use in lacrosse, a hip pick? Not sure where that pass was going from Portelli. He thought he had a man up top. 7 seconds left here. He's got to make something happen here. Portelli going to get a pick, and De Laurent is just going to roll it back down. It's going to be a shot clock violation against Ohsweken. Innes with it. Down for Gesso. Innes has it. We're not going to Philadelphia Wings bucket. Gets it back up top is Innes. Shooting lane, shoot. Saved by Martin. Ohsweken's done a good job to keep the Monarchs to the outside for the majority of this third quarter. And if they keep doing that, they will find themselves with a victory, getting back to 500 level. If you're Toronto, you need to find a way to get inside and fast because you're not going to be able to beat Martin just shooting from outside all day long. That's a good inside feed. Got to hit the net, though, as Portelli was unable to do that. Shot clock goes off, and that's going to be Toronto ball. Dunkerley. Gonna wait for the Monarchs offense to get out here as Laycock has it. Gonna send it over to Jordan Dance. Buck. Dance. Danson, fall to the turf, inside feed, Ford shoots, saved by Martin. Crease violation though, as that was a good look and a good shot, but Ford had stepped in the crease, and Dance seems to be a little slow behind the play. Not sure what's going on there, maybe in some discomfort. We'll watch for that over the next couple of possessions here, but he seems to be favoring his left leg as he was limping back to the bench. Gagliardi has it. Far side for Buck. Shoots, saved by Martin. Innes playing some good defense there as the Bears get it over here to Paget, and they're going to slow things down here a bit. One-on-one here, Foulin against Hollowell, the 266s. Shot, save by Haynes. Ball back for Hollowell. He goes towards Cage. He gets taken down and falls down in the crease. No penalty as officials are not going to penalize the Monarchs defender on that. Ohsweken Bears bench staff, though, not pleased with it. They wanted a call. Not going to get it, though. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 7-4 is our score for Ohsweken, as they've been outrunning and outplaying the Monarchs so far. Renault, 12 on shot clock. Smith goes to the dirt, turf, floor, something like that. Loose ball in the corner. Not going to matter. A shot clock is going to wind down and hear the horn. So Toronto will get the ball back. Innes. Over to Buck. Far side, Ford shoots. Kearney hit the post. Shoots, scores. Gagliardi. Jonathan Gagliardi gets his first goal of the game. Makes it a 2-goal game. It's now 7-5 for the Bears. So shot from Kearney hit the post, came right to the middle for Gagliardi, and he was able to pick up that loose ball and get a ball past Chase Martin. Loose ball going to come away from the Monarchs. Kaminga in on net against Martin. Kaminga. Martin shoots, scores! Two goals in 9 seconds for the Monarchs. Quickly has them back in this game. They're now down by 7-6. So a draw won by Joseph. He did get the clamp on it and swiped it out. But Kaminga comes away with it, and he was able to go in on net through a twister bounce shot that went 5-hole on Chase Martin. Loose ball on the turf now, and Monarchs are going to come away with it. Kaminga sent Hallowell into the boards pretty hard. Physicality starting to ramp up here a little bit. Innes. Dance back out there on the floor after coming up in some discomfort a couple possessions ago. He's back out there, which is nice. Play behind A check that happened behind the play is going to result in the Monarchs going to the penalty box unless Ohsweken scores here as Martin goes to the bench. 6-on-5 here for Ohsweken. 6 seconds on shot clock. Portelli got to go to Abrams. He's going to step down, shoot. See, officials are discussing here. Shot from Abrams went through the stick of Haynes and it kicked right back out play towards the penalty box. So I'm not sure if the ball went in, but it definitely kicked back out. But play's blown dead, and it's going to be a power play coming here to the Bears. So it's going to be a tripping call here against the Monarchs. Bears are 1 for 2 on their power play so far. See if they can make it 2 for 3. But a tripping call, which you rarely see in the ALL. Smith. Renault. Back to Smith at the point. Tried to pass it behind the net. Unable to get it. Smith bounce pass, takes that, shoot, scores. Smith's 4th goal of the game sees the Bears restore their 2-goal advantage. It's now 8-6 with just over a minute remaining here in the third quarter. So just some standard passing. Monarchs defender might have taken a step down, which enabled Smith to step in, get a little more shooting space, and he just rifles an underhand shot past Haynes for his 4th of the game. Draw 1 by Joseph, I believe. Loose ball on the turf, fighting for it. Loose ball, ball's up. Coming away with it will be Toronto as Gagliardi's going to send it far side here, and the Monarchs have it. Foulin. Just under 1 minute remaining here in quarter number 3. Monarchs are out shooting the Bears, but Bears hold the lead in goals on the scoreboard, 8-6. Buck to Gesso with it right now. He has it. Flips it out in front to Laycock. He can't shoot, or hit the net, I should say. Buck has it now. He's going to shovel it. That's going to go up into the netting and out of play. Snow has it now. Time for one last possession here before the quarter ends for somebody. Ball on the turf now. Portelli has it. Shoots. Save right in the chest of Haynes. He's going to send it up floor here. Going to be off the boards here for Kaminga. He has it. 12 seconds. He's going to get it. Goes in, shoots. That hit the iron. And Ohsweken will just get it across the timeline. As the clock winds down, that's going to shoot and miss wide. 3 periods have been played. 1 quarter still to come. 8-6 Ohsweken as we enter the final 15 minutes of play. You're watching the Arenalacrosseleague here on JVI Sports Network. Back with the 4th quarter right after this. Welcome back to Arenalacrosseleague action here on the JVI Sports Network. Lucas Arger, glad to be with you for some Saturday afternoon action from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. 4th quarter action just set to get underway as the Ohsweken Bears are still holding on to a 2-goal lead. They've been leading this entire game, and they are continuing to do so here as we enter the 4th quarter. Loose ball here near the boards. Big hit here from Joseph, and Kaminga getting into it now. We're going to have bucket's going to come off here on Joseph, but it's just going to be a possession call, and Ohsweken's going to come away with it here. As Joseph lost his helmet here as that got ripped off by Kaminga, but officials are going to not penalize them and just give the ball back to the Bears. Renault shoots, saved by Haynes. That gets kicked away into the corner. That goes off White, and that's going to be black ball here for the Bears. Harlan with it. Riley Ford to Tanner Buck. 12 on the shot clock. Ford trying to make some room now. Not going to matter as it goes over to Jesso. He shoots. That hit a body in front and never got to the net. So that's going to be an easy save for Martin. Or not even a save, as he didn't have to make a stop here. Ball sent far side from DeLaron to Nikki Snow. Far side now. Shot. That gets blocked. Ball on the turf. Abrams has it. 4 seconds. Looking for a lane. Shoots. Shovel shot. Twister. Loose ball. Going to come away now to the Monarchs. And we might get some rough stuff going here. Loose ball here. As that's going to be a tripping call coming here against the Bears. As Dunkerley had the ball and fell to the turf. Looks like a stick from a Bears player got tangled up in his feet. And the Monarchs power play unit is going to go back to work. So we've had 2 tripping calls here in this ALL game, and I don't think we've seen that in a senior game this season. You rarely see a tripping call once in a game, let alone twice. But either way, it's going to send the Monarchs to the power play. Tanner Buck shoots, tried to look far side. That hit a body, and that went wide. Our officials are saying that actually hit Martin, so that's going to be a full reset here for Toronto. Ford has it. Up to Jordan Dance. Jesso going to walk in. Shoot, goes far side. Saved by Martin. Bears are running with it. Miller has it. Off the bench is Abrams. Shoots. That hit the end boards. Bounces high up. Going to hit the ceiling here at the track. And Toronto's going to have the ball. Just over a minute remaining here on the power play here for Toronto. Jesso. Buck. Back to Jesso. Over to Innes. He shoots. Saved by Martin. Loose ball in front. Laycock has it. Going to send to the top for Jesso. He swats it away, hoping to pick it back up, and he's going to get it. 15 left on shot clock. Buck. Jesso. Shoots. Saved by Martin. And up floor. Hill against Haynes. Hill. Haynes shoots. Haynes wins that battle. Good save by Sam Haynes. 40 seconds remaining. Time for one last possession here for the Monarchs on this power play. Jordan Dance is going to wait for the power play unit to come out now. Dance. Buck. Far side Innes. That goes off a body. Buck to Dance. Buck shoots. That hit Martin and goes into the netting. Going to be a reset here for Toronto. Dance has it up top. He's going to shoot. That hit a stick. Doesn't get through. Buck able to get the rebound. Backdoor feed. Innes shoots. That hit a stick and went wide. Won't be over and back. Ford. Shoot, scores! And with 1 second remaining, that is going to be counted as a power play marker for Riley Ford. His second of the game. And it's now 8-7 Ohsweken. So Riley Ford able to send a underhand laser from the outside for his second goal of the game while on the power play, and it's now a 1-goal game. Kaminga comes away with it. He scored his goal this way again off a draw in transition. But he was getting pressure, so he's going to leave it for the offense here. Kaminga may be a scorer, or part of one as a D guy, but he wasn't going to try that again. Leave it for the offense, especially when he had bodies pressuring him. Innes dips, dangles. Try to bank it in off Martin. That doesn't work, but he's trying to get his own possession. They're going to say Innes went through the crease. Going to be Ohsweken possession. Paget with it. Smith with it. He's got it here at the point. Smith does. Going to send it down for Waylon Abrams. He's going to dip underneath. Try to go short side on Haynes. Unable to do it. Ohsweken through the crease. Toronto has it. They're going to try and get to the bench here. See if they can get numbers. Not going to happen, though, as Ohsweken was quick in their defensive change. They sent 4 guys out all at the same time to prevent anything in transition. Buck. Cody Innes. 12 on shot clock now. He tried to send it to Jesso on that switch. That pass got blocked. Didn't get through. Shot on from the outside from Dance. That hit the bear paw right on Martin's chest. Doesn't get through. Dance is going to get it now. He gets hit. He gets hit along the boards, and he is in significant discomfort as he's going to be walking, not even jogging to the bench now, as we got Buck. Meanwhile, back the other way, we got some offensive chances here for the Bears. That didn't go anywhere, though, as more concerned about what was going on back the other way between Dance and Buck, tangled up with a Bears defender. I believe that is Colton Paget. Backdoor feed, shoot, that missed the net. Buck has it now. Try to go for the dunk. That doesn't get anywhere. Ball in the back of the net. Not going to happen anywhere. That's shot clock's going to expire. And that's going to be a turnover against Toronto. Snow has it now. Portelli. Waiting to get a peel. He's going to get it from Delaronde and Snow. Going to get a double. Abrams trying to find a lane, can't get it. He's got 5 on the shot clock. Tried to look inside for Portelli. He caught it, couldn't hit the net though. And shot clock's going to go off here. Turnover against Ohsweken. So in a 1-goal game, both teams are content to letting their opponents just shoot from the outside. Problem is, no teams are hitting the net from the outside. They're missing the net or it's getting blocked. So something on the offense is going to have to change for both of these teams if they want to add a couple more goals on the scoreboard. Paget. Looking for Smith. Doesn't get it. He sees Renault coming off the bench. Renault goes in. That shot gets blocked. Doesn't get through, and Ohsweken through the crease. Toronto back the other way. Cohen Jennings with it. Jennings is going to wait. He's going to send it over to Jesso. Jesso shoots. That missed the net. So as I just said, teams are looking to shoot from the outside, and Jesso just did that. Maybe just inside the dotted line, but he didn't hit the net, and that's been happening a lot lately in both possessions for both teams. Something's got to change here as we pass the midway point here of this fourth and potentially final quarter. Shot on from the outside through the legs of Haynes, but he's able to squeeze it just enough to keep it out. Jesso with it. Ford, outside shot. It's leg save from Martin. No one can seem to pick it up right now as Dance is still out there trying to cause trouble. They're trying to say that's 8 seconds, but it's not 8 seconds as it was off a shot, so no one really had possession of it. Renault off the bench, leaves it for Smith. He's going to go underneath. One-hand flip, far side Renault, can't get the shot off, backdoor feed. Abrams can't catch that. As Haynes is going to come out of his crease to get that, and Smith was trying to chase him down. Buck has it here, waiting for the Toronto offense to get on the floor. Far side for Ty Jesso. Back to Buck. He shoots. Saved by Martin. So better look for the Monarchs on that one as they hit the net, but can't seem to beat Martin to tie this game up. Paget. Portelli. That misses. Portelli's going to come in and find that loose ball. Monarchs players seem to lose a stick, but he's able to get it back. And that's going to bring us to our final media timeout of this contest, potentially. Ohsweken, they've been ahead all game so far, and they continue to hold a lead. They're up 8-7 with just under 6 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. You're watching the Arenalacrosseleague here on the JVI Sports Network, back with the final 5:42 right after this. Fourth quarter action gets back underway here as we have 5.5 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. Toronto has been behind this entire game looking for the equalizer, but Chase Martin has been standing strong all game long. Riley Ford with it. Over to Cody Innes. Back to Ford, up top. 10 seconds left on shot clock. Down low, Jesso has it. He gets around BTB, feeds, shot, saved by Martin. Jesso gets his own rebound. If that's what it takes to get looks, they may have to do it. On the inside, Innes bombs one from outside. That misses the mark, hits the end boards. Gonna roll over the timeline. Gonna be over and back now against Toronto. So a BTB feed from Jesso results in a secondary possession, but then Innes with a bomb hits the end boards and causes a turnover. Ohsweken. Eddie Renault goes down, twister shot, saved by Haynes. Outlet feed, misses the stick of Harlan, misses the stick of Martin, and Dunkerley had a wide open net, but oh my gosh, Martin with a sprawled out save to keep that one out. And this is still a one-goal game. Dance loses it. Ford has to get a shot off. Outside look, saved by Martin. Loose ball on the turf. Foulin causes that. He's been a dog on a bone out there. He's been causing turnovers, picking up loose balls, laying the body. He's been a real good defensive player here today for Toronto. This ball is still loose on the turf. Smith gonna hang on to it here for a little bit. Gonna go underneath, maybe not. Takes a bit of a whack, lays his shoulder. Ball loose now, ball loose. Smith tries to get it back, unable to get a shot off though. And we're gonna have a penalty here at the very end against Ohsweken. So Smith does all of that, gets bodied, gets a couple whacks, takes an extra shoulder. And now Ohsweken is gonna be penalized here for 2 minutes or less for a rough, as that's gonna go against Lucas Beaver. Buck, Dance, Ford, Jesso, and Innes, the power play unit here for Toronto. Shot, saved by Martin. Loose ball, he tried to pick that up, but it goes off his stick, and Toronto gets it back. Dance, down for Ford, over to Innes, back to Ford. That pass goes off the board, stays on their offensive side of half, and now they got 3 seconds. Jesso has to shoot, scores! And that's the equalizers. Ty Jesso has his first goal of the game, and it's a power play marker. And we are now tied up at 8. So late in the shot clock, Dance finds Jesso, and he just walks in and fires a missile that gets past Chase Martin. And it's now tied 8-all. Back to 5-on-5 here as that was a power play marker. And we will see how this game finishes as we are in for a good one here in a low-scoring, tightly contested battle. It's been a goaltender duel so far. Only giving up 8 goals is really good in the Arena Lacrosse League. Snow over to Abrams. He's got 7 seconds to shoot. Going to walk in, loses the ball, goes through the crease so he can't touch it. Renault has it now. Outside bomb shoots right in the stick of Haynes. Now it's going to be another key stop that he has made here to keep his team in it. Harlan with it. Toronto's offense back out there on the floor as Tanner Buck has it in his stick. Now Cody Ennis does. Under 2 minutes to play here. Kearney. Buck. Ennis. Misses that. Laycock. Going to go in on net. He shoots. Got the shot off. Snuck through Martin a little bit, but he's able to trap it under his leg. Maloney has it now. DeLaronde with it. Renault is going to have it in his stick. He's going to try and make something happen. Outside shot. Street scores! So a nothing play. Just a good double seal, and Renault got his arms extended and shot it right through Haynes. And that could be the difference maker, as that is now 9-8 here for Ohsweken as we have 1:27 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Renault's first goal of the game could be the game winner. Heidecker and Joseph. Joseph's been winning the majority of the draws here, and can he win it again? He tried to, but it's going to be the Monarchs coming away with possession right now. Kaminga has it. He's got to try and make something happen. Tries to send it down low. Trying to get it for Jesso. Jesso tried to get it, but unable to get it. Cam Hill comes away with it. One minute remaining here in the fourth quarter of a one-goal game in the Arena Lacrosse League. Steve Portelli down for Hollowell. They got 13 left on this shot clock. Hollowell going to make something happen. Bears going to get their defense out there. Hollowell shoots. That hits the end boards. That's going to roll over the timeline, over the center line. And it's going to be a timeout called here for the Toronto Monarchs. .4 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Monarchs need an equalizer as Chase Martin gets set. Goalie is pulled. Haynes is on the bench. And here we go. 6-on-5 for the Monarchs. It's Dance, Jesso, Laycock, Innes, Ford, and Buck. Dance goes in, shoots, gets the look. Gets through the legs of Martin, but it just stays down. Timeout called by Ohsweken. So Monarchs get the look that they wanted, I think. Able to move some bodies around, give Dan some breathing room, and he shot. It got through, but it did not cross the goal line fully. Now with Ohsweken having possession, and we're under 30 seconds, they could just kill this clock out and run it out to get the victory. So the Monarchs will put Haynes back in net, most likely. Or not. Looks like they're going to keep Haynes on the bench to go 6-on-5, which means they'll most likely double the ball here on this possession. Ohsweken's going to have it on the far side, on the near boards. But they still have to get across the timeline. So you're going to see Martin stay out of his net, most likely, as an outlet option. You're going to see all the other Ohsweken and Toronto players spread out in the offensive zone. And you're going to see what happens here as we're underway. Hill's got to get it across. He's able to get it across. Ball's loose on the turf. Monarchs get it. 3-on-2. Innes. Gagliardi shoots. Shoulder save by Martin. Ford gets it back. Loose ball on the turf. Gagliardi has it. 7 seconds left. Got to get a shot off. Pass. Cross. That's going to be over and back. Ohsweken has it. Smith shoots. Empty net, scores. And the Bears are going to come into the track this afternoon and escape with a victory to get themselves back to 500 lacrosse. What a finish here. 3-on-1. Gagliardi had it in his stick, and he was on his wrong side, but got a really good look. And Chase Martin making one of his 50 saves he has made here today to get the victory. At the end of 4 quarters, the Ohsweken Bears secure a 10-8 victory over the Toronto Monarchs here at the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Thank you for tuning into Arena Lacrosse League action here on the Saturday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. For all of us here at JVI Sports Network, I've been Lucas Arger. Thank you for watching lacrosse, and we'll see you next time here for Arena Lacrosse League action.